Today in our groups of old stamps, we're visiting Algerie or Algeria. Now look at that. These all have the same portrait. So if you're starting a collection, this is really good. Now first you have your brown, which is in 15. And then you have your red in 20. And then you have this blue that was, not sure what it was, but the overprint on top of it is 25. You see the overprint? Right there, it gives you a 25. So sometimes these overprints make the stamp very valuable. It probably was, I don't know, maybe a 30? Or is it another 50? Ah, it's a 50. Chopped down to a 25. Okay, and then you have your 40 in brown. So if you're starting a collection of stamps that all look the same, different value, this is good because you got 15, 20, 25, and 40. So you got a good start right there. And I'm putting them together in groups because I plan on reselling them. So this is a good one. Now let me take you to the second group. Look at that. Now isn't that beautiful? Doesn't it look like it's the archway to come in? And then look at that. Now the first two on top are 15s, but they're together. And if you have stamps, if you collect stamps and you find some that are together, please keep them together because they become more valuable with the more that are together. Okay, so usually, you know, sometimes you see really high value on stamps, and it's because there's 6 or 8 of them together, you know, in groups like that. This one happens to be just 2. But it all counts. So if you get them together, you find them together, keep them together. Do not take them apart thinking you're, going to get more money that way. That's not going to work. You'll get more money if they're together. Okay, so that's the first row. Then you get the second row, a 10 in green. And then a 10 in red. Now if you notice, both of these had to go through, and also the last one, which is a 50, those all had to go through, on top of the top ones too, had to go through double printing. Like the top ones, it had to go through the black and white first, and then the red. And on the green, you have your green, and then you have your red. And then on the red, you have your red, and then you have your black. Just like on the 50, you have your black, and then you have your orange. So these have all been going through double printing. Once in a while, you will find where, like, the inside of the archway and stuff, it may be upside down. If you find that it's upside down, by all means, hold on to that stamp and get it to an auctioneer. Those who auction stamps. Like cherry stone auctions, one of those. Very valuable. Always find a mistake. An upside down one is a mistake. So, by all means, stay with it. Okay. Get all you can for them, I'll tell you. Okay, this is our third group here. And first you have the 1F. Blue and white. And then you get down to the second one. You have the 1 cent, but if you notice, there's an overprint on the 1 cent for 1/2. Back in those days, you didn't waste your stamps. If you didn't use it for the value that's on it, put an overprint on it and still use it. Nothing was wasted. That's part of the olden day ways. No waste. Okay, so you have your 1 cent. That's a 1/2. Then you have your orange 15, and you have your 65. Now both the 1 and the 65 have the same portrait. Now if you look at the last group I have here, now these are all the same picture too, which is really good. Again, you have the 1 that's been converted to 1/2 with the overprint that's on it in red. Then you have your 2 in brown, You have your 5 in green. And then you have your 1F. That one's been kind of converted to a 1F in red. Ain't that something, huh? But these all have the same background picture. So if you're starting to collect and collecting in this set, this is a good start. Okay? Hope you've enjoyed my bringing them to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend. And by all means, share the video with other stamp collectors. I'd appreciate that for sure. Alrighty, bye-bye now.